The Adventures of Hemira Nyx, in The Galaxy of the Future. Written by RSK. Read and produced by Daniel Winsky, and also starring Carmen Miranda. Prolegomenon.
By all the gods, go!
The final command of Lena, Estro of Fortress Nyx, barreled across the docking platform like a cannon blast, cutting to silence as the thick glass doors slammed shut. Sturdy metal teeth began separating on the other side of the vehicle airlock, the horrific hissing of outer space rising to a howl as it consumed the escaping air. The emergency void raft's hatch refused to close, as a large man struggled with a young woman who roared a single word with an outstretched hand, the sound dampening into a single point of horrified ardor.
Mom!
Beyond the glass airlock, the muted scene erupted into chaos. Doors and hatchways slammed open and ripped from their frames, as bloodthirsty passengers flooded the wide hangar floor, silently frothing inarticulate screams, hands and arms grasping for revenge. Lena turned her back to the horde and placed both hands on the glass. The X-shaped scar across her face twisted in worry. Her daughter's outstretched hand closed in a tight thumbs up as she fought against the man, a painful, mirthful smile on her face, sobbing as she silently shouted back. Her mother's scar line smoothed as pride filled her eyes, a hint of a smile dancing at the edges of her mouth, twisting in pain as the first of the hands grabbed her. And then there was a snap. Every light on the Empyrean Conquero flared, blinked, and strobed 1,000 billion points of lights and colors. The overloaded bulbs exploded into showers of glass shards as the photonic detonation stabbed its way past the young woman's eyes, a gruesome brilliance scrounging the inside of her skull. Those strong arms finally won as the hatch slammed shut, the void shrieking to silence as it ripped the small spaceship deep into its soft embrace. Crashed and lost on a hostile alien planet, a lone human girl fights for her life. Will she rise to her destiny, or will this fiery hellscape be her doom? Hemira Nyx, in The Trial by Starfire.
Time 12,047, 7, 14, 4, 6. Location unknown. Status dying.
Start. 20,000 light-years from Earth, an ancient ball of flame rages in the cold, empty void. The wrathful star was a roaring droplet of light and heat from some long-forgotten cosmic explosion, embittered at its isolation, stewing in indignation at its deep exile. But this angry ember wasn't completely alone. Chained by gravity, a tiny mote of dust spun around it, unable to escape. That dust mote was a planet twice the size of the Earth. Its rotation and orbit, both far too close and far too quick, scorched and fried the massive rock in its spiraling cosmic dance of death. And yet, life. The most mysterious of galactic miracles laughs in the face of impossibility. The surface of this extreme planet was a patchwork of superheated nightmares saturated with plants and animals, all consumed in the universal business of biology, eating, reproducing, and being eaten. Rocky mountains made of translucent jewels glowed incandescent in the oppressive light. They framed forests that grew far and deep into steep valleys, filled with scaly ribbon trees that chirped as they slowly shuffled about, digesting nutrients from silicate microbes. Black rivers that rushed and gurgled spilled out into an ocean made of bubbling oils that reflected the shimmering rainbow-like clouds high in the transparent sky. Under the oils swam unthinkable things, creatures without need for breath or light. In some places, deadly deserts, the sand made of crystalline fragments that disintegrated anything caught in the endlessly refracted light. In others, fungi-like jungles dripping in slime, hungry parasites hiding in nests within nests, waiting for their next meal to walk by. And on one charred rocky outcropping overlooking a deep, spongy valley, something familiar, the remains of a human spaceship. The void raft lay smashed and tumbled, smoke streaming long, thin lines that plateaued high in the atmosphere as it roasted under the wrathful star above. A human figure shuddered and trembled among the wreckage. The harsh coral light pressed upon the white and orange pattern of an emergency spacesuit, an overlay of metal joints and skin-tight synthetic fabrics. A child's size stretched on a young woman's frame,